sunny outside. Okay, let's talk planning. I am currently using 3 different notebooks and Notion and a digital calendar to plan, and I'm quite overwhelmed and going through a planning crisis. So this happens often if you're in the StudyGram community and you share your planning tips and tricks, where you kind of get overwhelmed by trying too many different methods and then at some point nothing works for you anymore. This is what has happened to me. So I wanted to walk you through all of the notebooks that I have and I'm currently using and how I'm going to simplify it and change it. So first things first, my journaling notebook from Page Anchor is amazing. I do a stream of consciousness style of journaling, and sometimes I also use prompts for journaling. I will definitely make another video about journaling in the future, but what I love about it is that at the beginning of this notebook there are monthly reflection pages that you can write down your goals for each month, and you can write thoughts on every single week of the month, list your milestones and goals, and also champagne worthy goals of the month, and also set yourself a monthly reminder, which I like to come back to when I'm journaling. So this notebook I am keeping. It's not going anywhere because I simply love it. And the next journal is my agenda. I bought this in a very cute stationery store in Amsterdam. I will link their information down below so that if you ever come to Amsterdam, you can visit their store. They have a lot of Japanese planners, and this one is from High Tide, and it's just an agenda for 2021, 2022. It has monthly calendar, and the weeklies look like this. So I use this agenda to plan all of my events. So usually I write down work days, if I have any Zoom meetings or any events that I have to attend. And it's kind of how I like to keep it. I also write down if I exercise that day, or if I meditate, or if I'm journaling. And I also often write down when I'm posting social media content. So I kind of use this notebook more as like a calendar, just a physical version of it. And last but not least, I have my bullet journal. I started bullet journaling again during the pandemic because I was like, oh, I actually have time to make spreads now, so maybe it would be fun to try again. And I was very kindly sent this bullet journal Lauchtum notebook for their campaign, for their launch, which was very nice of them, because I'm not really a bullet journaling account anymore. I tried bullet journaling before and I like the idea of it. However, what I hate about bullet journaling personally is making spreads. I think they're time consuming. So I've tried to simplify it and make a minimalist bullet journal, and I think if you only use a bullet journal, that can really work for you. However, I have never been able to commit to it fully, and I always go back to my digital planner or my digital calendar, or I start new notebooks and I plan in those. What I have been using my bullet journal for lately is habit tracking. I have a content ideas page, but actually I'm going to transport all of this into Notion, into my content calendar, because I think planning digitally for social media purposes is the way to go. It's just easier because you can edit things and switch dates around if you need to, so it's a lot more flexible, and I think this spread is definitely not staying. And then what I really liked about my bullet journal is that I didn't daily plan in my bullet journal. I only set weekly goals. I didn't even do weekly planning spreads if you watched my bullet journal videos. But I love writing down weekly goals of things I like to do. For example, I always write down that I want to read one book, how many times I want to post on different social media accounts, how many videos I'd like to post a week, how many times per week I want to exercise, meditate, journal, all of those good things. And I really like that weekly goal setting because it makes me stay on top of my yearly goals. And also whenever I'm doing a fun challenge, like an exercise challenge, I make a little tracker out of it and I get to have fun filling it out. However, in the past I wanted to do monthly reflections in my bullet journal and I literally never filled out those spreads. I do reading reviews, which I quite like keeping a bullet journal for. I think that's a good one, but again, I could also transport this into Notion. Yeah, a lot of the reasons why I started a bullet journal, I actually like, there are so many spreads that I've made in that setup video that I never went back to. And now I'm writing down my capsule wardrobe in here as well. And I was thinking of, you know, what should I do for April? What is like a good way for me to see what I'm accomplishing each month. And then this notebook came into my life, the Mall Paper Daily Goal Setter. And this planner / goal setter is literally all of my agendas and bullet journal and journaling combined into one, which is why I want to switch to this notebook for planning. And this is what the spreads look like. I think it's really cool because you write down the 3 things you're grateful for each day, which I think is really nice because I really wanted to incorporate gratitude journaling into my journaling, but because I don't journal every day, it's kind of difficult for me to do because I just forget, and I don't really want to keep a separate gratitude journal in Notion or anything like that. I'm not the biggest fan of digital journaling because for me it's a good way to step away from my computer screen when I'm journaling, so that's why I try to avoid that. But then you can write down a daily affirmation if it's something you believe in. For me, it would just be setting an intention of what I want to accomplish that day. And then you write down tasks and notes. And what I love about this notebook is that the top 3 tasks here are highlighted in gray. And what I do in Notion is every day when I make my to-do list, I set my 3 top priorities for the day, which means that if I accomplish them, I can call my day productive. I've done all of the hard work that I needed to do, and usually I put the more time-consuming tasks as my priorities, and then things like reading and journaling and working out and meditation, they're a part of my routine anyways, that I can cross them off my to-do list, but they're not the essential work that I'm doing daily. I think my weekly goals are definitely moving into my new planner by Mall Paper, my daily goal setter. And I think I can keep the habit tracker in my bullet journal, but I can also move it into Notion. I've done it before. I just really don't want to have another notebook like to fill out. But it's such a nice visual representation of, you know, how much you're doing each month. So I might keep this for April, and content ideas are definitely going to Notion. I don't need that, but I might make like another tracker like this for my meditation courses. But then once again, I can just do it in Notion. And then my reading review, I do like to write down what what I've read every month. So maybe I will keep that because I also need to finish filling out my capsule wardrobe. I haven't done that, so I need to keep a couple of pages, and yeah, I don't know, just keeping a bullet journal doesn't make sense to me anymore because I don't really particularly enjoy bullet journaling. I know a lot of people love it and rave about it, and it's like the best planning system for them, but to me, if I really want to get creative, I'd rather make a YouTube video or take photos for Instagram or draw. So yeah, this is not my favorite method of planning, unfortunately. I just I always get into bullet journaling and then like a month later I'm over it. So I think I'm going to move a lot of the information that is in my bullet journal into this notebook, and then obviously I don't need this for events anymore because I'm just going to write down everything into my calendar. I also have a calendar on Notion that I can see every month where I need to be and what I need to do. So this is really, really unnecessary. It's a really cute notebook, and I'm happy I have it, and I'll use it in photos, but you know, besides that, I've used it for a bit and I enjoyed it, but it's just too small. And because we're working from home still, I think I would really like this if I was working already and I needed a small notebook to carry with me everywhere I go, like a small agenda. But with Notion, once again, you have everything at your fingertips, so I really don't have use for this anymore. So let's roll the planning clips and then I'll show you what I actually ended up with.